All right. That's good. How much health does it take now? What are we looking at here? All right, 4,000. Not as crazy for sure. Let me see here. Training settings, gauge displays. Opponent settings. Stand still. Does it? Okay, only does 4,000. The health doesn't go down for some reason. How do I change that? Oh, my bad. All right, how much damage do you do? Oh, that is significantly reduced. Oh, that is significantly reduced. That is, by a wide margin, that is just significantly reduced. Did you see that? That's nothing. That's great. Oh, that's great. And False Courage takes 2. It takes 2 for this. So now it takes longer. Oh, that's great. You're probably not going to see the androids that much. I want to say that right now. You're probably not going to see the androids that much because you can't utilize all their nonsense. They're actively, this patch has made them significantly worse because of the increase with the dash. Because it takes so long, you can't just rush in. Oh, and this little nonsense where they would go up and down now take stamina. Oh, they've gotten worse. They are no longer the S tier menaces that everybody feared them to be. This takes, oh yeah, it's over. It's over. Oh, this is great. We're probably never going to see these characters again. We're really not going to see anything. I look at all chats about even. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is nuts. Oh, gee whiz. That is nuts. Oh my goodness. No, it's not. That's actually not that crazy considering this is bad. I love that. Thank goodness. That's great. That's great. Here, we'll test out a few more of the most common actors when it comes to the cheese in the game. A lot of people are gonna just be so happy with this, and then there's gonna be new things to complain about, and I'm gonna be so happy. After Image Strike got significantly nerfed because of Perception Strike. So if you do After Image Strike and somebody perception checks you, you just don't genuinely get it off. This cheese is still in the game, so that doesn't really change that much. But we'll just test a giant. Overlooking Slug is interesting. Overlooking Slug is very interesting to me. I play a lot of Slug, so that's interesting to overlook Slug to me. That just feels interesting to overlook him. It just feels like a strange mode to overlook him. Hello? I found the bug. I found a new bug in the game. I can't do anything right now. Okay, that was interesting. Interesting. I found a bug. Upon switching the switch view, this is a bug. That is a bug. The screen goes crazy. It seems switching the switch view does create this big issue with the screen. I'm not sure what's going on here. It seems as though this is stuck right here. Not really sure what's happening. So I'm going to try to click a character. All right, that's a bug. Saw that. That was a bug. They really should playtest these a lot more before rolling these out. It feels very sloppy on the part of the developer to have all these bugs that are currently going on within the game. That is strange. That is odd. That was insane. I am on a PS4 controller. Thank you for following. I appreciate that. That was interesting. Okay. All right, that fixed it. We're good. I'm happy about that. So I imagine Vegito, this character specifically, will not be in a lot of play more so. And we shall pick... This Broly's still really good. Broly's still good. I believe Broly's still good. I don't think the patch affected Broly to the degree people are saying. I believe the Ki Blast spam is less significant, though. I do think it is significantly less significant. So we'll pick Wheelo. I just want to test out a few things to see of all time. My favorite fusion is SSJ4 Gogeta. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I don't get it. All right, so Boo is still crazy good. Boo is just, nothing's changed with this Boo. He still has everything he had before. That close-up was strange. I would argue, I would just argue, he's actually better because of the patch. I like the close-up. I'm not gonna lie, I do like the close-up. That feels more dynamic. I would argue he's significantly better because of the patch. That's what I would argue. That's what I'm saying right now. The window for this got significantly tighter, so he can still regenerate. Not much has changed. Now, Slug is a giant that you can transform into, same as Vegeta. He should have gotten, I feel, maybe a reduction as well, but that's just me. Mostly because I have an easier time with these giants, and a lot of people were complaining about the health. That's still 5,000 with a down smash. Still a lot. Now, fully charged, all the giants got a general nerf, but it's still a lot. Like, this damage didn't change that much to me. That's still a crazy amount of damage still. That's still nuts. That's still sicko mode damage. So that is indeed guardable. You can now guard against that. And because of the increase with the dash, watch this, I can only do that twice. So that's really implementing an increase to the key dash bar was more so of a thing for the giants. That is good. So giants are significantly less viable, but still good. I would consider giants to still be a bottom dollar character. That's what I would consider there. Now then, the biggest thing is after image strike for most people. People are upset with fusions. If you perception strike any of it, and I mean perception strike is simply doing this and guarding, after image strike goes away. It just stops. So with that, it just goes away. And after image strike costs more. No, it doesn't cost more. I'm pretty sure it doesn't cost more. It's still the same cost. After image strike is still 3, but after image strike only lasts 5 seconds less, and it's no longer the meta defining tool that it was prior. So people could still use it for sure, but it may not be the biggest thing going forward with everything. These are my initial thoughts on how I feel about things. I just want to point that out. These are my initial thoughts on how I feel. So I feel like it isn't as crazy. I feel like it isn't as nuts. Before, it was definitely just something that defined a big part of the meta. So, hey Porto, what's going on? That's just how it operates. It can be blocked. It can be blocked. It can be blocked. So now this is an issue that was ever present. How strong the key blasts were. I don't feel like they're as destructively as powerful, and they don't go as fast. Not as fast. I don't mean the speed. I mean in general. The close up with the techniques is actually a fun change. I like it. Maybe might like it. So I want to point this out. People were complaining about the key blast spam, right? There is a stop now. There's a stop. There's a stop. That little interval, that little window, there is a stop. And if you notice, I didn't lose track of the person. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is still an unblockable. I'm not sure if they reduced the speed of this or anything of that variety, but I'm sure if I took this online, people would still get Gimple comps. It is definitely slower. It is significantly slower. I actually saw it come out this time. It is significantly slower. So that is a great thing there. And there's no... The pressure you can apply on a person is significantly less. The pressure you can apply is significantly less. Is how I'm feeling. That's just how I'm feeling. Overall, that's where I'm at. I'll make a big video talking about all the characters post-patch later today, but I'm feeling like the pressure is a bit less. So that's where I'm at. I'm enjoying the new changes. I still feel like people will find something new and intricate to complain about, which is gonna be great. Is King Cole good now? Yeah, King Cole's top tier. He's top of the meta for sure. So we'll do one match. We'll just do one match. Then I'm probably gonna take a little bit of a breaker. I'm usually not this early. I'll be back at 4, but today we're just gonna do a little match here. So, I'm gonna do what I feel like is a threat of a team. This is what I feel like is viably a threat of a team, right? I think that this Boo, Super Boo, is still deadly. I think he's still just one of the deadlier characters in the game. Outside of Super Boo, because he doesn't have anything, he doesn't have instant sparking realistically, and he doesn't have anything that makes him disgusting. I think that a new 4D peer is more than likely going to be Bardock. Despite the fact of Shockwave Rebellion costing 5, I think just by virtue of him being Bardock, people are going to enjoy him. Saiyan Spirit got reduced, so that's going to be a thing. So there's that. I'm going to test out one more thing to see if they fixed it. This is very important for me before I go into an online match. We do need to test this one thing because I don't know if it was a bug. I'm hoping that it was a bug that they decided to fix. But if it wasn't a bug they decided to fix, then we are just stuck with it. I'm happy you're done with college. So we're going to see what's going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and go to training. This is very important. This is really important. Observe this. Hey, yo. I see your board. So we're gonna test out Pan. Now, this was a very specific hidden mechanic in most capacities. Most people didn't know about this, and that's just realistic. I need to see if they fix Pan, they actually listened to us and they cared about the feedback. If they didn't fix Pan, then this is simply a placebo. How much is Sand Spirit? Sand Spirit is a significantly less. All right, let's see. They fixed it. Okay, then they fixed it. Okay, that is good. They fixed it. Pan was doing boinko damage. Pan was doing a whole bar within the thing. So that is no longer a thing. I say wait until this game gets discounted. I wouldn't buy this game at full price. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't do that. So that is good. So now we're going to go to the online match. We're gonna test out one battle and test out some of the spam and cheese and see how it functions primarily. I don't think that the androids are viable anymore. I really don't believe the androids are viable. I'm not even gonna waste my time on that. I'm gonna test out what I feel like will be some of the new stuff. Raccoon still is a dangerous character. That didn't change. Nothing changed about Raccoon's overall thing. So also in terms of how the nonsense with Master Roshi goes, Master Roshi was good by virtue of him just being good. So I think we're gonna need a new Roshi. I believe it's gonna be Videl. I feel like it's gonna be Videl. That's my feeling. But out of sake of what I feel like is good, I'm gonna play Spopovich. And I'm gonna get, let's see. I feel like a little 3DP will be fine on my end. I feel like I can get a little 3B. I'm gonna get a 3B of Raditz. And then I will get Hercule in order to lean out my team. I could have easily just picked Hercule there, but don't worry about it. I could have done that. I'm goofy. All right. It doesn't reset through each thing, which is nice. I just noticed that. Usually when you switched out and went back, it reset how you sorted the characters. So that is a thing. I feel like Boo is still a threat. I feel like this Super Boo is still an insane threat. Please, Portal. Appreciate you. All right, we'll see how this works now. They still should have implemented a 2v2 mode. You can skip this now. You can skip it now, man. I don't see why people aren't skipping. This is a little bit annoying. I'm not going to lie to anybody. I hate that it has to be agreed upon by both parties. That's good. The window is significantly tighter for super counters. And that too. Alright, let's get it. The game was good before. You can skip now, Zay. You can skip now. How slow is that? It is significantly slower. That speed is reduced. I saw that. That is easy, way easier to track. That is insane. The speed of that is slow. That is just slow. That is just slow. That is like there is no. That is just slow. That is just slow. The speed of supers has been reduced to a grinding halt. That is insane. That is just insane. We may be able to actually see the perception thing that I was talking about. This is a canon battle. Well, not technically canon, but this is canon. He still gets his health back. I feel like the regeneration of specifically Boo should be reduced. Despite the fact that he is one of my favorite characters and I think he's amazing. I feel like that should be reduced. Is it blue? Is he going blue? He's going blue, isn't he? He went blue. I do not think blue is a good form. At least for Vegito. I don't think he's a good form. A lot of you have asked me to make a tier list again after the post patch. And I will consider it. I will consider it. I will consider making a new tier list for the post patch. What's going on? Oh. Do I go crazy? See how slower? That's so much slower. It's easier to weave. It is significantly slower. The speed of which that is makes none of the moves a threat. Genuinely, none of the moves a threat. Unless you're point blank and they're in the middle of animation like this. None of the moves are genuinely a threat anymore to me. I'm gonna switch out. The game feels overall completely different. It just feels different. They changed the genuine core mechanics of what the game is, and I now have to learn it. It feels like a whole new game. Feels like an update they made to Dauntless recently. Feels like that Dauntless update. The window smaller? Don't know. I couldn't tell you why they made the window smaller. Jiren has a... Yep. Rage quitting is still an issue, so I don't get any points for that. I'm still agitated. So, in my opinion, this is my overall thoughts before anything. I just want to get my overall thoughts out about everything, how I feel about the patch updates and everything. This is what I feel right now. I am so happy that they made the updates the way they made the updates. I am over the moon. I really am. The game feels definitely more competitive. I do not think they overcorrected. I think the speed of the supers is great. I'm happy they reduced the androids because they're no longer menaces that they once were. I'm very happy that Cell's grab is now guardable. That is amazing. I'm very happy about that. I love the small incremental changes they made to the sparking and how it operates. They do need to implement key sickness in order to slow down the pace of the game. The game was significantly faster. Key blast spam is more than likely not that big of an issue nowadays as they increase the guard counter of everything. They increase that. Aftermath strike, I'm super excited about the fact that you can just perception strike that and that is out of the way. So that's nice. That's nice. But the fact that people just leave all the time is annoying. It is absolutely annoying. It is just insane. I don't appreciate that. This game was supposed to be our broken savior. A lot of people were considering it that, but it is not. This game is not our broken savior. And I'm happy that it's not our broken savior. That's how I feel right now. That's where I'm at mentally with the game. I'm going to go ahead and grab some food. And yeah.